Pat, Tom, thanks for joining us today.
Good to see you.
Yeah, no problem.
So, it's quite a statement when a shoe is brought out with the name The Flagship. This ain't no middle of the range climbing shoe from Unparallel. It's very much geared at the sort of, really is the sort of like the top of the range, the cream of the crop. I've had a chance to have a bit of a go at them in between the various sort of snow showers and lockdowns that we've had in 2021, but not nearly as much as I might have liked. So tell us more.
Well, yeah, the Flagship, as they say, is being marketed and being created as the top-end shoe by Unparallel. They've put a lot of thought, a lot of work's gone into this shoe. It's a creation of probably all the best bits of Unparallel. I mean, for example, you've got three separate types of rubber on it to create such a top-end shoe. You've got the soft rubber on the back, you've got the hard rubber on the heel, and then the VD rubber on the top to make super, super sticky. So, I think it's a creation and a blend of all the best bits of Unparallel put into a shoe.
So I've been using it for mostly bouldering, not least because of the fact that most of the sport we've had has been seeping here within the Peak District. But sort of performance bouldering perspective, it has actually got like a good degree of support within the forefoot, but it's within the goes I've used it, it's given a little. So, you've got that blend of something that can edge, but can also smear as well. And the fact that there's as much rubber around the top means, I need all the marginal gains I can get these days. And it gives you as much as you can on any sort of either more maximal toe hook or more marginal smear.
Yeah, I think like in a way, you've got to look at the Flagship as being, because there was so much involvement with Tomoa in the development of it, and you think about how much versatility and breadth of performance that a competition shoe needs nowadays. I mean, in indoor competition bouldering settings, there's just so many things you have to be able to do. So if you think of you've got a shoe which is specifically designed for that, it's going to be able to do a lot of those, which I think is really cool, because for the greater part, they've managed to make it do a lot of things and do them well.
So do you think from the comp side of things then, do you think that's it's mostly aimed at? I mean, with these things, I always think shoes can do a wide range of things, can't they? And if they can do everything within a World Cup comp final, then it's probably going to do you for actually quite a range of differing things outdoors as well.
Yeah, I think so. Like, I mean, we both use them inside and outside. And with a shoe like this, especially because it's not one of those ultra soft indoor volume smearing, padding around on slab shoes, it performs really well outside. And most people I've seen using it, us and this team here, have mostly done it outside.
I think it probably doesn't help, Tom, that probably the second these arrived was probably the same second that almost all climbing walls shut. So I can't wait to actually, for them to open again on several levels, not least because these things need reviewing indoors, just as much as they do outdoors. Again, in terms of the fit as well, single strap and sock fit seems to, sort of like, well, provides the best of both worlds, really, because I think, for me, they fit really well just as a slipper. And then the actual strap just allows you to crank them up and give them a little bit more precision.
Yeah, totally. I think that's the whole design of the shoe I was really surprised when I first put them on. It's like, I'm not really a downturned comp climber style shoe person at all. I'm a flattish shoe person, but put them on and it's like, wow, that's super comfy straight out of the box. And it's I love the way that as you say, it's like a slipper. You put your foot into it and this pit just sucks your foot in and the heel just sucks into the shoe and you crank that strap on and it's like, wow, this shoe's amazing.
It took me a bit of effort to get my foot in the first place. There's certainly something, because of that slipper design, you don't want them too baggy because then they just slip off. So I ended up using just a piece of plastic on my heel to get them in and wondering how it was going to feel once they were in. But the reality was, like you say, once they're in, they just sort of kind of mold to your foot. And it's that, the ultimate really is getting performance with a degree of comfort, isn't it?
Yeah, totally. Yeah, and that's what's really surprising is to say it's quite across here. It feels quite a stiff shoe, but then when you put it on, it feels quite soft. It's a real good mix they've got in there. And the same with the heel with the hard rubber on the back of the heel. It gives the heel some real stability across the heel. The heel doesn't twist. You put a heel hook in, and it's like you can really crank on it, as you say.
So these are, well, coming out within the very near future, aren't they? They're probably either on a ship or destined for a ship from the US to the UK whenever a container can be found.
Oh, I'll tell you about no, they're sitting in a warehouse about 25 miles away.
Oh, no.
It's being released. It's like, come on, guys.
Hey, well, hopefully by the time that this is published, they will be out in the market and available to buy. We'll be reviewing them. Like I say, the review process over the last few months has been suboptimal because of the lack of opportunity to actually get out climbing. But I've been out, I've used them outdoors, but it'd be great to actually go and test them. You know, on a comp wall seems like the logical place to actually give them a run for their money. It's just the fact that the comp wall in turn will give me for a run for my money because I have done that little of that style of climbing this year.
Yeah, you'll enjoy them on system boards as well. And everything like that works really, really well. And I've seen or heard of a few people that are kind of more keen on the flatter shoes, get on very well with this shoe as a downturn shoe, which I always think is quite reassuring when you're essentially changing people's opinion via a shoe.
Yeah, I think that's it, isn't it? It's like with these things, it's like give them a go. And hopefully we'll be at a stage sometime in the future where we can run boot demos again. And the proof with all of these things is in the pudding, isn't it? Of just like, once you get them on your feet and you give them a go climbing. I say, if you can get a more traditional sporty climber like Pat to wear them, then that's high praise indeed, Pat.
Yeah, I'm the opposite to you. I haven't worn these outside yet. I've only ever worn them indoors. So just before lockdown, I had a pair and it's quickly blasted them indoors for a couple of sessions and loved them. It's like desperate to get out now.
Hey, well, I think that's a good note to sign off on. We're just all desperate to get out and I'm desperate to get in. So make what you will with that. Hey, thanks for taking us through the flagship. And yeah, let's hope that we can all either get outdoors, indoors, or wherever to go and use them sometime this spring.